Okay, welcome everyone. Episode 4. Can you believe it? I can't. It's crazy that I have already put out 4 episodes. I don't know if you're enjoying it or not. I hope you are. This episode is a little different. I had a few things planned, but as we know, life just doesn't work out that way. This episode is called, I'm going to title it, How Do I Want to Be Remembered? Now, without getting too into the details, this week, earlier on, someone I don't know personally, but know through a community of people passed away suddenly. And so this episode is very much inspired by her. She left such an impact, and it was profound, it was moving, it stopped me in my days and really made me think and reflect deeper on life, and obviously, all the things that I already talk about. But we know, right, tomorrow's never promised, and I think because it was so sudden, it just got me thinking. It could be anybody, it could be me, it could be someone I love, but it was just beautiful to see the outpour of emotion, support, love, heartache shared on her page. And she wasn't famous, she wasn't a celebrity, she didn't do anything specific. She was just a kind, beautiful soul, and moved and touched so many people that the outpour of love was evident in everybody that she came across, from even from me, who met her once or twice through a friend. But the sentiment was there, that she changed lives, that she mattered in so many more ways, that she lifted and was so giving, endlessly giving, was a key takeaway from all the posts that I read. And so it got me thinking, how do I want to live this life? How do I want to be remembered? And I joke about this with a few of my friends, and hopefully they're listening and they'll know who they are. But it's very much for me like writing my eulogy every day, because you don't know when it's going to be your last. So what I mean by that is, I tell my friends openly, I want you to play this song, I want you to do this dance, I want you to remember me like this. And I always express how much I feel contentment and fulfilled in so many ways, because it's so easy, right, to get slumped down in the I didn't do enough, I don't have the nicest clothes, I didn't get the latest, I don't know, shoes, cars, phone, things. And this person that passed, not one post was mentioned about what job she had, what car she drove, what purse she carried. Do you know what I mean? And we know this, but I think death is a very big reminder and wake-up call to reassess and realign your life to what you hold dear and have happiness and joy from. And if they are the things, then amazing. But for me, it's how I make people feel, how I connect with people, random people, friends, family. That brings me so much joy, because I know that there is life. Well, okay. I believe that there is life beyond the physical form. I do not speak to spirits, I don't see them, I'm not a clairvoyant, I'm not gifted that way, but I know because I communicate in other ways and other forms. And And I guess you have to be open to that, and you have to be willing and wanting to, I guess, become spiritual so that you can connect with spirit and the people that you love and lost. So I guess for me, I'm always talking to Naomi even about, you know, Mummy will always be there with you, even if I'm not here physically, right? Like, all you have to do is just close your eyes and breathe and remember how much love I have for you. And that's just with my daughter. Obviously, my friends and my family, I would hope that they know that when it's time for me to pass and go on my merry way, because I can't say this word, it's going to stop me. It's inevitable. Oh, I did it. And I just like think and hope that you know, obviously I love my shoes, I love my clothes, I love doing my hair sometimes, but that lasting love and that thing that's going to keep their hearts open for me to communicate with them is how I made them feel, you know? So yeah, that's how I would like to be remembered, is genuinely, and I know I do this, so I guess for me I've learnt this earlier, or almost 40, but every chance I get to connect, like when we're at a restaurant, right? Or I love the restaurant because it's you know, you're slowing down, you're waiting for your food, you're having conversations with the waiter or the waitress. It's just making those connections and lifting someone's day, moment, by just being kind. It's not complex. You don't have to overthink it, overdo it. If you have an opportunity to ask someone how they are and genuinely ask them and pause and connect with them, that's all it takes to change someone's day and moment, and that's all it takes to connect with people. And I will do another podcast, obviously, about deeper human connection. But this podcast is in honor and in dedication of this beautiful lady that, like, the amount of posts that just resonated with each other's posts about, you know, how much she impacted their lives. It moved me. It really did. And like I said, even though I didn't know her well, from what I did encounter and know of her, I know her soul was just, she was an angel. And so yeah, I guess my point to this is go beyond the if tomorrow never came, what would you do today kind of thing. So I'm not talking about booking the holiday or buying the car or quitting your job. That's just, calm down. But the little things, like hugging your loved ones, calling your mum, sitting down on the floor and playing with your kids, holding your husband or wife's hand or partner's hand, looking into someone's eyes, just having those moments of connection. Those moments are going to last you the lifetime and beyond. They're the moments that are going to bring up like deeper connection and love when you're no longer here or they're no longer here. So, you know, if tomorrow never came, I'm glad you guys took time out to sit here and listen to me and join me on my little podcast journey. I guess it also resonates with the fact that I stopped wanting to do this podcast because I have wanted to do it for so long that now I'm doing it, and it's not even that scary anymore, and I feel so grateful to be doing it. And yeah, like I said, if tomorrow never came for me, I would genuinely be the most happiest person that ever lived. I have been blessed with the most beautiful daughter. I can go on about that, but I'm not. have been loved unconditionally by my husband, my best friend. I have the most amazing family. I have the most amazing friends. So I am loved, I am blessed, and I am good to go, knowing that I have left all of me here for those that want and need. And that feeling resonates to randoms as well. Like, you know, there's been so many moments in my life that I think, Katie, would someone else do that, or is that just a you thing? Or why did you do that? Or that was pretty cool or nice. You know, like I have those little moments. Like, I don't know. One time I was in front of a kid at the checkout and I paid for his whatever because I just wanted to. Had the extra money. What else? This old man got lost when I was parking at work one day at my old job, and he'd come out and he was lost in the car park, and he just looked so lost. And I just said to him, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "I don't know where I've parked my car. I can't find it. I thought I parked it here, but I just can't find it. Like I don't know where, and I've been walking around for." So he just got confused by the streets. Anyways, I said, "Get in, jump in. I'll take you for a drive to find your car," because he'd obviously looked very distressed. So he hopped in my car and we went and we found his car. Obviously, don't do that if it's not the right person, or you know, could be a random serial killer. Don't do that. But I'm just saying, you know, when you have moments that you can just stop and be kind and leave an impact and add to your eulogy, then do it. There's no rushing. Don't rush to the finish line. There's nothing there. Trust me. And yeah, when you get, I don't know, knocked down or caught up in the shitty moments that life throws at us, and I know that there are plenty, just count the glimmers and the blessings that you do have to just be alive and experience this life, because it isn't forever and tomorrow isn't promised. So I thank you again for joining me. I'm going to wrap this up because I don't know how long I've talked for. Again, with my timer, Katie, it is going to... Oh, actually, I have a watch. I should have just... Anyways. Keep safe. I look forward to chatting with you next week. I'm not going to tell you what it is because clearly I'll just come up with some other random, different conversation. But if you enjoy the podcast, please let me know. My love language is words of affirmation. Ask my husband. So send me a message, make a comment. I think you can do that. Click like, click subscribe, whatever it is that the kids say these days. And until then, mwah, take care.